All right, it is Thursday, June 17th. I'm Tom Novak. This is your Bring Me the News and Novak Weather Update brought to you by Grand Casino Mille Lacs in Hinckley. Thank you, Grand Casino, for sponsoring this update that features a pretty serious situation developing, or that likely will develop over southeastern Minnesota, near or just south of the Twin Cities metro later this afternoon. And then these storms that do develop will push east into Wisconsin and northern Iowa throughout the evening hours. Right now, you're looking at visible satellite loop, and here it is. This is the precursor to the storms that eventually are going to really blow up over southeastern Minnesota. These are showers and storms. They're spotty, but it is in advance of a cool front that's located over South Dakota and western Minnesota. This cool front is going to usher in some drier air and a little bit of cooler air for the weekend. Then we'll get a secondary dose of cold weather, in fact, some Canadian cold weather as we get into next week. So a progressive weather pattern is developing. By the way, we need the rain, as everybody knows. This is the drought monitor from or I should say the drought index from Pivotal Weather here. And just wanted to show you what's happening here over North Dakota, South Dakota, and much of Minnesota. In fact, all of the upper Midwest and northern plains in desperate need of rain. We just haven't gotten much lately, and it looks like western Minnesota is going to be dry, unfortunately, for later today. And the focus of the rain over the next 24 hours should be over eastern Iowa, southeastern Minnesota, and Wisconsin. So good news for those people. But again, the drought is really in full gear over the upper Midwest, and that is unfortunate. Here is the supercell composite index. This just kind of shows you where some of the computer models, at least the NAM computer model, thinks that severe weather is going to break out, and it should be nearer just south of the Twin Cities, on south into Iowa and southwestern Wisconsin. In fact, that is the area that I have earmarked for severe weather for probably in between the hours of 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. over southeastern Minnesota here. And then eventually those storms pushing east and southeast into Iowa and Illinois. But those of you in Rochester, Albert Lee, La Crosse, perhaps even the Twin Cities metro, we need to keep an eye to the sky here between now and about 9 p.m. this evening for severe weather. All right, here's the future satellite loop or infrared satellite loop from the NAM 3K computer model guidance. Just wanted to show you how it's going to blow up the thunderstorms now over southeastern Minnesota. There they are. And this is these thunderstorms, if they do blow, will be supercell in nature over southeastern Minnesota. And this is right around 6 p.m. this evening. You can see it up here. These storms blow up between 3 and 6 p.m. and then they train on each other for at least a couple of hours. So I am worried about some locally heavy rain too. Yes, we need the rain, but we don't need it in 2, 3, 4, 5-inch amounts. But that could happen over the southeastern corner of Minnesota. That would include Rochester as we go through the late afternoon and evening hours. And eventually those storms finally push off to the east and they clear Minnesota by about midnight tonight as the storms continue over Iowa throughout the nighttime hours. But yeah, a serious situation potentially developing over southeastern Minnesota. And then we look forward to this weekend and into next week. Here's the river there at 30 to 35,000 feet. This is the jet stream, of course. And look at what's happening this weekend. This is as we get into later Saturday and Sunday. We still have a zonal flow, so in general, it should be a pretty decent weekend with near or just a little bit below average temperatures. But watch what happens as we get into Sunday now and Monday. This is a deep trough that develops over the northern plains and upper Midwest. This is cool Canadian air that's going to be funneling south into the upper Midwest as we get into Monday and Tuesday of next week. And hopefully ahead of that trough, which would be Sunday right here, you can see we are in a perfect zone now for lift. And that we're at the right rear quad of a jet streak here, and that's a perfect spot for lift. So significant rains appear likely. We're crossing our fingers as we head in to Sunday. So a lot going on in the weather. Here's your extended forecast. Well, pretty surprising today. I didn't think we'd reach 90, but we certainly may here at Twin Cities International Airport. And then look at what happens to the temperatures over the next 5 to 7 days. They are on a downward trend. We may not even make 70 degrees by Monday and Tuesday of next week. All right, thank you for joining me for this update. We will talk to you guys later.